slack off, have a good time now, and then have a terrible time whenever you get in. I wanted to make this video real quick because, well, there were a few people who were commenting that they were going in to take the ASVAB and they were going to go do their process. I wanted to address that. I made a video on this once before, but that was years ago and I took it down. When you take the ASVAB, you have to take it very seriously. Even if you're not a test taker, especially if you're not a test taker. When I took my ASVAB, I didn't take it seriously. I was in high school and I had taken enough tests already. I had just gotten done with the SAT and the ACT and all that crap, and I was just kind of like, whatever. As a matter of fact, I was just speaking with a few recruiters some weeks ago, and the ASVAB is like an afterthought. And there's a few reasons for that. Unless they have a job that requires a high ASVAB score that they're trying to get people in, they really don't give a crap about your score. They care about getting you to sign that contract. Every branch has sort of low-hanging fruit that they have billets that need to be filled, and they don't require a high ASVAB. They just need you to pass the test. When your recruiter tells you or doesn't tell you how important the ASVAB is, when they brush it off, like, oh, and the ASVAB, study it up real quick, look some videos up. No, you gotta study. It may not seem like a big deal to you now. However, if you've ever heard of hard time, talk about going to prison and they talk about hard time is slow time, and time is relative. And if you get yourself into a job, or you allow yourself to get into a job that is not to your liking, you are going to be hating life. You need to be able to take stock in yourself. You need to study for this test. I went to Barnes & Noble's and I bought just an ASVAB for Dummies book. It's not expensive. I think this one was like $22 or $24. Invest in yourself. It's very important. Maybe you don't have $24. Maybe you have to scrape to get that money to buy that book. I'm telling you, it is the most important, if not the most important decision you'll make in your military career. Beware doesn't mean be afraid. It just means be aware. So you have to be aware of the entire process whenever you're going into the military, because unfortunately the way that it is, it's set up sort of like a slaughterhouse. They really don't give a crap unless you find that rare unicorn of a recruiter who cares about you. Recruiters don't care about you. They care about your billet. They care about your notch in their belt. They want to get you in, and the moment you sign that contract, you don't even exist to them anymore. You're just a body. You have to take stock in yourself because no one else is. Whenever I was going in, I didn't have anybody to put a hand on my shoulder and say, hey man, you want to take this test seriously. Or, hey man, I noticed that you got this score on practice test. You might want to try a little bit harder on that real test. Or, hey man, you got this job in the military, they offered you this. You might want to reconsider. There's a quote that says, the harder I work, the luckier I get. Being prepared is putting luck in the bank. You have to prepare. That way, whenever you get to the test, you're not like a deer in the headlights and you don't know what's going on. You're scrambling. You want to be able to, because the whole process is weird to begin with, you want to be able to take as much responsibility as you can now. There's no one, unfortunately, looking out for your best interest. My time in the Navy, it could have been much better. And when I got there, it was too late. Your recruiter will tell you, you can cross-rate. You can get another job later. Let me tell you something, it's hard time. 2 years is not 2 years in the hole. 2 years is 10 years in the hole. That is a long time. And you want to be able to save yourself now, and you will thank yourself later. You're doing this for your future self. My time in the Navy was very bad. It sucked. It was a very hard time. And that was because I didn't prepare myself. A test that takes about 2.5 hours, studying that takes maybe an hour a day for a few weeks or a few months, can save you so much. Headache isn't a strong enough word, but it can save your life, because if you don't prepare now, you'll be in for a rude awakening whenever you get to where it is that you need to go. You want to be able to save yourself now. There's no hack to studying the ASVAB. It's a test. The only hack is studying. There's no secret to hard work. It's just hard work. You can do rewarding hard work right now, which is studying for this thing and getting the job that you want and enjoying your 4 years or enjoying your career. Or you can slack off, have a good time now, and then have a terrible time whenever you get in. Hard time is slow time. Invest in yourself. Being prepared is putting luck in the bank. Be prepared.